Good afternoon and welcome to this webinar under the naming new features in Dynamicweb version 9.4. Today I will show you how to use the combine function and the multi-edit products we have in our system. I'm your speaker of today, and all I will show for you and talk about is within our PIM module in our Dynamicweb all-in-one platform. Now, the combined functionality is also available in the e-commerce module, just so you know it, but I will show it within the PIM module. The agenda for today is that why do we need combined products? How does it work? What is the difference between the variant and the family method? And finally, multiple updates or variant updates with use of the bulk edit functionality. So, why do we need a function we call combined products? Well, as you may know, not all source data are structured or are with informations you can use for organizing or grouping your products. Now, this example you see on the screen now is an example of an Excel sheet, just where you have all your product listed in a plain list. So there are no information for grouping, there are no information about products that are related to each other or are variants or whatever. So it's just a clean list of products. So when we import these informations into our PIM solution, it's not possible for us to organize them into groups or organize them into family containers or product containers, so they can behave as they belongs together. So that's why it's important to have a tool where you can point out products and say these products belongs to the same family, or these products are variants that belongs together. So how does the combined function work? Now, if we make an example of imports of products, as I showed before, we can combine products in two ways. We can, in the list of the imported products, choose the products we want to be combined into the same product container. In this example, you can see I have pointed out 4 products that are all the same helmet with 4 different colors. So these 4 products are basically variants to each other. So that's one way of selecting and combine. Another way is that you create a product, a main product or product container, and you within there can select the products you want to add to this container. The easiest way in this case, where we use imported products, is easier to select the products in the list and then combine them. I will show that later on. Or I will show both methods later on. Now, when you have selected products and you open up the combined window, you can then see you can select between the variants mode or the family mode. Basically, this is just to create 2 different type of containers of products. The variant modes are based on already existing variant groups, and in this case I will show later on is based on colors, but that could of course be size, that could be material, that could be any kind of group, variant groups as your company are working with. So where should we choose the variant groups, or where should we choose the families? Now, the difference between the 2 modes are that with the variant mode, as shown before, we select a group of variants. They are of course predefined. You can then, when you have selected your products, go to a window in there where you can select the specific variant in the group you want to the product to go into. Now in this case, this is an example with 4 different colors, and my variant group is based on colors, so I can select the correct colors to these products, and I can point out which of these should be used, or the content should be used for the main product, and then finally save it. Then you will create these products combined into one product container based on the variants you have selected. The other example is an example of the family mode. Now in this case you can see I have selected 4 products. They are all saddles, but they are different type of saddles. They have 4 different names: Rosie, Butterfly, Beaver, or whatever. They could maybe be the leather that have been used. That could be the way they are made or whatever. But they have equal information, so I have equal content on it. So it's useful to have them into a container because it's easier and more optimized to enrich it with data. And you can see in this case, we do not have to select a group because we just take the products as they are, and we again can select which of these products should be used as the background for the main product, and then just save. So basically the difference with the variant mode and the family mode are that in the variant mode you have to select which variant the product should belongs to, and in the family mode you just read in or combine the products as they are. Now let's take a look at it in a live mode. See, here I have logged into my demo setup. You can see this is my dashboard of my PIM solution. I go to my warehouse. I go into one of the warehouses I have created, and I have in here a structure where I have imported products. In the new product you can see it's empty. Now I will import the products I just showed you in the PowerPoint with the Excel sheets. It's linked to this import process. I press run. I start the import, and this is just a flat import. It's processing and it's updating the indexes, and it's done. Now I can go back to my PIM warehouses into my new products and click on it, and you can see I have now read in 16 products. As you can see, they are similar to the one I showed in the PowerPoint. Now I have these 2 sections. The first 4 products are with the variants of the colors, and down here you can see my saddles with the 4 products with the naming difference. Now let's take the variant mode first. I select these 4 products. I go to my ribbon and press the combine products, and you see the window I showed in the PowerPoint. Now this one I want to be combined as variants, so I select my colors variant group. I have my 4 selected products down here, and I press next. There you see I have my 4 products. They have their own individual product number. I can now select the correct variant name to the specific product. So this one is the blue one, that's okay. This one is the red one. This one is the black one. And finally this one is the green one. I want to use the content from the blue one to be put into my main product, because I'm of course now creating a new main product to be the product container where the 4 variants are linked into. I press save. It's working, and whoopsie, it's done. And you can now see this product are now built up with 4 variants. This is my main area or main section of my variants, also called the product container informations, and there is my individual variants. Now I can start changing this product and say, well, this is a product name with 4 variants. I may want to put some teaser text in, because the teaser text for these 4 variants are the same. So I didn't just go to a copy paste area. I take this text, go back and insert it. I can go down to my blue variant and say I want to add some description for this particular variant. I take it in here, put it in here and just type blue, save it. I take the red one, press red, and so on, so on, so on. Now as you can see, this is a product now with 4 extended variants. If I now press the publish to ecom and select my ecom shop, put it into accessories, put it into helmets, save and close, press OK and save it. I can then go to my front end. This is the front end to the solution I'm running on. Go to the products, to the helmets, and there you are. There's my new products, and as you can see, it's now using my name or the teaser text I have added to the product I just combined. And if I press the blue one, you will see the description for the blue, still with the same teaser text. The red one, I have the red description, but same teaser text. So as you can see, in the PIM environment, it's quite easier to maintain and to enrich this product with all the product informations. Now let's make the same thing with these 4 saddles down here with the 4 different names. Again, I select these 4 saddles. I'll say combine products. Now instead of creating variants, I now want to create a family. As you can see, the grouping with my variants groups, this get away. I just have the 4 products now. I can say next. I want to use this one's content to be filled into my main product or product container informations. I save it, and again you see it's switched to 1 product. I go into it and I can change the name to sales with variants, and again I could have type text in and so on. But what's important here is that if I go to the variant area, you can see the products are put in as variants, but in this case they just have the product number as the variant name. But basically it's working in the same way as the variants as before. You just don't have to add them to a variant group. So that was how to select the products in the product list and combine them into 1 product container. Now if I take this saddle one and say, well, I forgot 1 product as a variant to this product, I can, within the product container, go up and also press the combine products. There you can see I get the list of the 4 products I already have linked to this product container. I can then say click to add products. I can point out the product I have forgotten or maybe coming in later, and I can select this, just take this one. There we are, save and close. And there you can see now I get a product more. Well, it switched to the next page. These 4 products and then the new one. So finally I can say next and then just save it, and then I will have 5 variants on this particular product. Quite easy to work with. quite easy to maintain your products and put your products into the same container to optimize the enrichment work you have on the products. Very useful in a PIM environment. Now, it's not necessary easy to maintain these combinations of products, definitely not if we're working with clothing. Now, let's go back to the PowerPoint and take a look at how can we multi-update, how can we update different variations of products with different type of informations in one bulk update. Now, in this case, I will show a product, a jersey in this case. And as you can see, I have different groups of variants with different colors of jersey and different size. And as you may know, in clothing, for the different colors, you maybe not have the same textile composition, because that can vary from color to color. So therefore, it's important that you can, on the product, go in and say, on specific language, or them all, on specific variants or variant groups, I want to update, in this case, 2 specific fields with some specific values. Now, let's take a look at that. I go to my PIM solution again. I switch to another warehouse, find my clothing, find the Terry brand, and there's my product. I open the product, and as you can see, this is a product with 9 variants, and I have a group of yellows with large, medium, small. I have a group of orange with large, medium, small, and a red, large, medium, small. Now in my case, the orange and the red composition are different from the yellow one. If you take the compositions on the products now, you can see the composition for the yellow one is 100% cotton, and its washing instruction is washing machine 30 to 40 degrees. Now take the orange one, that's the same. But the 100% cotton is may not working quite well with the orange and the red color. So therefore we want the textile composition are different from these 2 colors. So we want to update that on this product container. I press my bulk edit. I have all my languages. I want to update the orange and the red color. I do not want to update the orange color, so I click that off. I add my fields. I add my composition field, or I select my composition field, and I select my washing instruction field. Now let's say orange and red composition should be 80% cotton and 20% viscose. And my washing instruction could be, God forbid it, washing by hand 15 to 25 degrees. So when I now press the save button, I will update all the variants below the orange and all the variants below the red with these 2 values, these 2 field values onto the products. I press save, press OK, and then I go back to my yellow one. You can see it's still 100% cotton and washing in machine. Take the orange one, and you can see it's switched now to 80% cotton and 20% viscose, washing by hand, and it's both for the large, for the medium, and for the small one. And as you can see, I have just selected it once on a default language, and you can see the translation has been done in the system already. So all the translations are following in this setup. So as you can see, it's quite easy to go in and maintain the differences you can have on your variants or the variant groups. And in this case with clothing, is quite useful to do it in this way. Now that's all for today. If you want to read more about this combined functionality and the bulk edit, you can go into our doc site and read about it. You can also comment or describe or ask for things in the forum, and so on, so on. Hope to see you next time on April the 12th, well, the last webinar in this on the naming new functionalities in Dynamicweb 9.4 will go on. And there we will look at the new permissions control and user control that are been made in Dynamic Web. Have a nice day. Goodbye.